There is a band in Japan who plays various instruments on electronic machines.
Headshot.
Some world records are just a bit weird. An inventor originating from central Hokkaido made a 2-meter long robot to scare bears away. The robot can emit up to 60 different sounds, including the howling of wolves and human voices. Around 70 of these units, priced at 400 to 500,000 yen, have been installed around Japan. Last week Friday, Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga said once again that Japan will not join the treaty on the prohibition of nuclear weapons. The reason for declining the treaty is that Japan doubts the effectiveness of an agreement that is not supported by nuclear weapon states. Also, it has to be taken into consideration that the United States are a sort of nuclear umbrella for Japan, thus giving a reason more not to sign the treaty. The treaty has currently 86 signatories and has been ratified in 51 of those member states. Of course, countries that possess nuclear weapons like Russia, China and the US haven't signed. As a new wave is rising in Japan, the government is changing their approach of treating the virus. When the virus surged, Japan decided to go for a soft approach, which means they only gave the Japanese people advice without making any rules. Now, the cabinet has taken more radical measures by approving a new bill that would allow local authorities to take intensive measures. Prefectural governors would be able to request that business operators shorten operating hours. If these measures are not being followed, the operators could be subjected to a fine up to 300,000 yen. Defense Minister Nobuo Kishi and his newly appointed US counterpart Lloyd Austin agreed Sunday that the Senkaku Islands fall under the two allies' security treaty, giving Japan reassurance that the US position remains intact under the new administration of President Joe Biden. China, who has repeatedly made intrusions in the Japanese territory, is trying to undermine the Japanese control. But the United States affirmed that the Senkaku Islands are covered by Article 5 of the US-Japan Security Treaty, and that the United States remains opposed to any unilateral attempts to change the status in the East China Sea. Today's anime of the week is Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken. This anime is about, well, anime. With our three main characters, we take a look at how anime is made from beginning to end with a big focus on the creativity and animation part, without forgetting the promotion of the anime to the public. The dive we take this time brings us in an endless spiral of ideas and conceptions, and how only one motion can be looked at 1,000 times just to get it right for 2 seconds in an actual anime. Struggles and encounters guide the story to a simple yet satisfying end. The central theme of this anime is passion, and Sumito Owara sensei tried to convey to us what he feels for animation through each of the characters. So set your brain on rest mode, pour yourself a hot chocolate, get your blanket over you and let yourself be overwhelmed with love and affection one man can convey through a manga. So this was it for me, hope you enjoyed it, see you next time.